Good evening, viewers, and welcome. Today, we are speaking with Mrs. Blondell and her son, Alex Blondell, and we're going to be discussing the topic of speech and language impairment. The focus of this segment is living with the impairment. Good evening, Miss Blondell, and thank you again for your time. And let's get straight into it. So, tell us a little about yourself and a little about Alex.
Good afternoon to everybody. Alex is my son. Yes. He is 10 years old and he's had the speech impairment pretty much since birth. We didn't know what the problem was. Going to his pediatrician, they recommended that we go to a specialist. And the specialist couldn't necessarily diagnose the problem at that point in time until later on in life. So besides the speech problem, he also has other disabilities as well. And we've all learned to adjust and come to terms with everything pretty much.
Okay, so when you got wind of the diagnosis, how did that impact the family dynamic? Is it that you all found yourself treating him differently? How did it work out in terms of getting persons to accept and understand his difference?
Yes, yeah, we did treat him differently. We did act differently because being typical training people, we just believe that they just harden and they don't listen, not knowing have an underlying problem behind his underlying situation with it. So when we found out what the problem was, we had a little more empathy, a little more compassion. And we realized, well, okay, it's not just that the child was being intentionally disruptive or having behavioral issues in that sense. It's something that was just, that he was born with. So it took us a little bit of time to adjust it, but once we came to terms, we were fine. The ones from outside of the home, those are the ones who kind of have a problem. But once we let them know what's going on, it becomes easier. And then he's still adjusting to us because he doesn't fully understand the whole concept and what it is and what it means and all of that. So we're working with it.
All right. In terms of adjustment at school, did you encounter any changes, any issues at school, especially where his language impairment is concerned? How did that transition in school work?
At first, English was a problem because of the language barrier. They interpreted it as if he was being disrespectful or rude or something, and then how he wrote didn't help the situation. And after we got diagnosed and everything, then they afforded him the opportunity to go into the speech class or to speak with the speech therapist. So he had to work with them, I think like 2 or 3 times a week for how long it was in speech for, like a whole period? 1 period?
Ever since I was in school.
And I like what, 1 period a day or 2? I think it's like 1.5 to 2 periods.
I do it every week.
Like 3 times a week.
I do it every Wednesday.
That's not okay. So it's gotten a lot better.
Okay. And as it pertains to his lisp, because he's diagnosed with a lisp, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Does anybody else in the family have that? Could it be then classed as probably hereditary?
I'm assuming that it is, but I don't have it personally. His father does have it. His sister has it. On my side of the family, I don't think anybody has it. So it could be hereditary. I'm strongly believing that. But we'll see.
All right. Okay. And what services? Is there an intervention platform for him at this time? Because, has he ever come home and tell you, Mommy, they'll make fun of me because of my lisp, or because, in a local Trini parlance, he had tight tongue. They make fun of him, or they can't understand me. It's frustrating.
People don't understand me.
Okay, so that's a bit tricky because, again, like I said, because he has a combined list of little issues, because he's one of them puzzles, everything combines as one. So yes, the list is there, but at the same time, once he has his little episodes and he goes into his little tantrums and stuff, it's evident that you can't understand nothing he is saying at all. And then they'll make fun of that as well. So it's combined. So it's not just that only, but he has never complained about people attacking him over that specific thing. No.
Okay. All right. Hi, Alex.
I've been attacked before.
Hi, Alex.
Hello.
Could you introduce yourself to us, please?
Hello, Auntie Dara.
Hi, Alex.
Tell everybody my name is Alex Blondell.
My name is Alex Blondell.
Hi, Alex. Good.
And how
Alex,
do
you know that you have
I'm 10.
You're 10 years old, yeah? What school do you attend, Alex?
No clue.
Lantern Lane Elementary.
Lantern Lane Elementary.
All right. So could you sit up a bit so we can see you better? Thank you. All right. So, Alex, this evening, for a short bit, we're going to chat. Do you notice that you speak differently? You don't? All right. Do you know that you have a lisp? That's
yeah, I got a list right here.
No, not a list.
A lisp.
Like
that's why you're in
sometimes
speech therapy?
That's like when you're in speech therapy, and sometimes when you say something, you say,
That
no,
I can't
Alex,
say
you can't say the words correctly.
So you stress on your S. You can't really pronounce your R's properly. Just like Daddy. Just like Auntie.
R.
F.
F.
You can't pronounce those words.
Right? Mm-hmm. So tell me how you feel about having this lisp and being so different.
And being in speech therapy.
Speech is fun.
Speech therapy is fun for you? Yes? Tell me one of the best parts about speech therapy for you.
Yes. And we get to play the games.
Give me an example of the game now.
It's a board game. You take turns, and she says to pronounce.
Look up.
She says to pronounce this word, and we did it, and we get a turn. Then we answer a question.
Okay. Tell me some of the words that give you difficulty. Could you say some of the words that give you difficulty when you're speaking?
Different.
Difficult or hard.
What she said.
What about the word? Could you say shrimp for me?
Shrimp.
Right. So
Shrimp is
No,
yes,
not
that
shrimp.
is good. We know you love shrimp. Right?
Shrimp.
Tell me what you like about school though, Alex. What's your favorite subject?
Recess. I like recess, and I like going to speech, and
what about class with Miss when she was there, Miss Farrar when she was there?
Miss Rogers. Class Miss Rogers.
You gotta speak up.
My class Miss Rogers it's easy.
It's easy. Do you remember your classes with Mrs. Hackman?
Miss Exton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favorite time in her classes?
But she had to retire.
Yeah, she retired. All right. So, Alex, for children who have lisp, like yourself, what would you tell them? How you think they should feel? How do you feel?
Okay.
You just said it felt great. Make up your mind.
I feel normal.
So then if somebody, let's say one of your friends just like you had a lisp and persons were probably making fun of them or they weren't feeling too really happy about themselves, what would you tell them?
I'm on top of the
Be real. Be serious. What would you say if somebody's being bullied because of how they speak?
Climb somewhere where you can't hear them and they can't reach you.
All right.
That's what you'll tell them seriously.
But do you mean climb literally or go to a safe space in their mind?
Climb on top of the playground, climb up the tree.
But what if they're afraid of heights and they can't climb? What would you tell them to make them feel better?
The teacher to stay in.
Ask the teacher to stay in, okay. But then they still want to have friends. They still want to be able to play with somebody. So how would you be that person's friend? How would you defend that person?
I'll call a teacher. Then I'll call another teacher. Then I'll call another teacher. Then I'll call the principal. Then I'll call the police.
Okay. But what would you do, Alex? What would you tell them?
Yes. What would you tell them? Like,
how would you be an encouraging friend to this person?
What would you tell them?
Bullying. Or else I'm going to give you a nipple sandwich.
No threats. No threats. No threats. No threats.
Will you stop bullying? Then we leave.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I teach him to get rid of heights.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough.
On the tree.
Okay, honey.
All right. Those things take time, Alex. Everybody isn't as quick and as brave as you are and fearless, yes? So what I want to tell you is thank you for allowing us to interview you. And I want to wish you all the best in all your endeavors and with everything that you are doing. I want you to continue to enjoy school, continue to enjoy speech therapy. I want you to ensure that you listen to your teachers, listen to mommy and daddy, and be the big brother that I know that you can be. Okay?
Respond.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. Freedom.
Really? Yeah. Okay.